wisdom, to this idea of wisdom, and that the base chakra is what gives us wisdom. The Muladhara, Mula means root, Dhara means like attachment. So it's a very a solid sort of chakra based on with wisdom. And if we have a good sense of wisdom, we'll tend to have a good sense of discrimination. Okay. So we're going to place our left hand on our lap facing up. We'll put our right hand right at the base of the stomach. I want you to close your eyes. And just gently bring your attention to your breathing first. I'm going to say an affirmation with our eyes closed. Mother, by your grace, establish wisdom within me. We're taking our right hand, starting at the base of the Muladhara, okay, just in the middle of the stomach. We're going to just raise our hand up the center of our body like this, very slowly, until we get to the top of the head. I want you to do this 3 times, but do it very slowly and deliberately. Just raising the Kundalini. Just close your eyes while you do it. So we're going to do this pranayama meditation now with breathing. So with the right thumb on the right nostril, blocking it, I want you to take a very deep breath in through your left nostril and fill up your lungs completely. Hold your breath. Switch hands. Breathe out through the right nostril. And at the end of the breath, hold it for a few seconds. Now breathe in through the right nostril. Hold it. Switch hands. Breathe out through the left nostril. Repeat the process 2 or 3 more times. So when you've done that, just relax, sit quietly. And just breathe comfortably. Let's take our right hand, put it on the forehead. Rest your forehead in your right hand. Mother, please. Mother, I forgive everyone. We'll say this a few times. Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. And keeping the eyes closed, you can gently pinch the bridge of the nose and just give that a sort of slight massage. This is where the Hamsa Chakra is. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Let's now bring our palm to the top of the head. Press down firmly and massage the scalp. Say, Mother, please establish my self-realization. Doesn't matter how many times you say it, as long as it's said sincerely. Mother, please establish my self-realization. Please give me a deeper state of meditation. Just massage the scalp in a clockwise direction. So raise the hand 5 to 10 centimeters above the head. And bring our hands back to our lap. Now what we'll do, we'll do the same breathing technique as before with the nostrils, and then we're going to sit in silent meditation and let our attention rest at the top of the head. So remember, we're going to block the right nostril first. I want you to breathe in as much as you can, hold the breath, switch the nostrils, breathe out, hold the breath, then breathe in from the right nostril, and the same process again. But this time I want to see if you can pause each time. So as you breathe in, pause, then breathe out, and then pause again on the breathe out. So let's do that for a minute or so, and just take your time breathing and pausing. Now breathe comfortably. Keep your eyes closed and rest your attention at the top of the head, and we'll sit in silence for a minute or so. Relax your body. Any thoughts that are coming to you, just witness the thoughts, or say, I forgive these thoughts. And try to return your attention to the top of your head, or to your breathing and then the top of your head. Mother, I surrender these thoughts. I surrender these thoughts. When you're ready, we can gently open our eyes. So I'm going to talk about the next center now, the Sahasrara Chakra, and we're going to play a small extract from Shrimadaji explaining the Sahasrara Chakra in more detail. But as you can see from the image there, it's the topmost center. And why this is really important for us, and it's really the objective of our meditations, is because once we are able to get into this center, the Sahasrara center, and that Kundalini is able to penetrate the Sahasrara, it brings everything else into alignment, and it helps essentially clear out our subtle centers. Now, in terms of our internal state, if we're managing to achieve complete thoughtless awareness, then we're in that state. And it's a very soothing state, which helps essentially, as I said, correct us. And the idea is through regular practice, we can try to expand on that moment of complete thoughtless awareness or silence, mental silence. The little exercise I showed you with the breathing is quite good, because what you'll notice actually if you are in thoughtless awareness is that just automatically your respiratory rate becomes very, very slow. And this is why often, breathing techniques are used, because If we hold our breath, you'll find that it actually helps steady the mental chatter, or the mental activity. So if you find, some people find that quite useful to begin with, so you can try that. And that particular one I showed you is very good for that Hamsa Chakra. So using each nostril. So the Shamaji is going to talk a little bit further in the video. So we'll play that first. And then after that, I'm going to end with a kind of little mantra meditation. We're going to listen to a mantra which is related to that final center, and we'll sit in meditation after that. So yeah, we can listen to the talk now.
Today we have gathered here to do the Puja of Adi Kundalini as well as your own Kundalini. First of all, I think this is the most important thing to understand about your own Kundalini, as self-realization is self-knowledge. And the one who gives you self-knowledge is this your own Kundalini. Because when she rises, she points it out what are the problems on your chakras. Now, we say that it is pure desire. But we do not know what purity means. It means your chaste desire. It means it has no lust, greed, anything in it. That power is your own mother and is settled in your triangular bone. She is your own mother. She knows everything about you. It's like a tape recorder. She knows everything about you. And she is absolutely the knowledge. Because she is so pure. And whatever chakras she touches, she also knows what's wrong with that chakra beforehand. So she is quite prepared, and she adjusts herself fully so that you do not get a problem by her awakening. If any chakra is constricted, she waits and goes on slowly, opening that chakra. Now this Kundalini is the primordial power which is reflected within you. And within you, in a human being, it is like many strands of energy. So it's like a rope. And these energies are all twisted together to form this Kundalini. In a human being, these strands are 3 into 7, that is 21, raised to power 108. But when your Kundalini rises, 1 or 2 strands out of this come up and pierce the fontanelle bone area. Only 1 or 2. Because it has to pass through the innermost nadi, known as Brahma nadi. It's all a spiral throughout, because Kundalini is a spiral, and these nadis are also like a spiral, like this. So the innermost nadi is the Brahma nadi. The outermost nadi is the right side, and the second innermost is the Ida nadi. So through the Brahma nadi, she starts sending those threads. By that, they relax the center. By the relaxation of the center, the sympathetic nervous system also starts relaxing. And when it goes to the Agya Chakra, then your eyes start relaxing, your pupils start dilating, and your eyes can become like mine, very black, absolutely relaxed. So you can easily see in a person how far is the Kundalini. If it has pierced the Agya, then the eyes will be completely dilated and will be shiny. And then she enters into the Sahasrara. Now it is absolutely pure light of knowledge, love, compassion, and attention. All these three things are in that energy. We know of many energies like electrical energy, we know of light energy, we know of other energies. But these energies cannot think, they cannot adjust, they cannot work on their own. They are to be handled by us. But this energy itself is the living energy and knows how to handle itself. It thinks. If you see a seed being sprouted, you'll find at the tip of the seed there's a small little cell which knows how to go around the soft places and then how to encircle the stones and then how to find its way to the source. That cell has got, I would say, a little Kundalini in it, the way it moves. But within you is a tremendous force of Kundalini exists. So you have a storehouse of compassion which can be enlightened by the Spirit. You have the storehouse of love, compassion, and knowledge, and ocean of forgiveness. When people get realization, they do not understand that they have to now grow. And why they don't grow? Because they do not ask for these energies. A person who is a realized soul, if he says that I have to have more compassion, my compassion is not all right. My concern about others is not all right. My generosity is not all right. I'm exploiting others. I'm exploiting their love. Then this energy starts moving, giving you that greater dimension of love and compassion. But if you do not want to be growing in your awareness, then she says, all right, he is a half-baked Sajogi, let it be. She doesn't supply that energy which is stored within you. I told you, 3 into 7, that is 21 raised to power 108. So what a storage you have within yourself. But because of your mundane style of thinking and asking, in the beginning when I had started Sahaja Yoga, people used to ask for, say, jobs, or for my mother is sick or a father is sick, or they would ask for money or something like that. So these wants are not pure wants. As we know in economics, they are not pure wants. They are impure wants, because they are never satiable in general. So this Kundalini, that is your mother, she is there to supply you, nourish you, to look after you, to make you grow. By giving you a higher personality. Higher personality, wider personality, deeper personality. Now, we think if somebody is well read, then we think he is a higher personality. Sometimes a person who is rich, we think, is a higher personality. Sometimes we think a person who is very hardworking is a higher personality. Sometimes we think a person who is having some sort of a confusion about religion or something, we think he is a higher person. Our ideas about higher personality itself are wrong. People are higher because they are spiritually evolved. Otherwise they are not, they go to dogs. Nobody respects them. Now we are in Germany, and Germany, germ itself means actually Kundalini. Germ means, in Sanskrit as we call it, Ankura. Ankura is the germ. And Germany is the place where we can have Kundalini Puja. Is something really a great coincidence, or I think it's just Parama Chaitanya's arrangements. So, to look at a seed looks like an ordinary thing, nothing special. Could be very hard nut also. Mostly the seeds are in nuts. Mostly. If they are not in nuts, then they might be having some sheath or something, minimum. But you won't find a seed just hanging from somewhere on a tree. It has to have some protection, some sort of a hardness outside. Now, that hardness is there. But the germ has a capacity to break that hardness. Just imagine a germ, which is such a delicate thing, which even if you touch it might break. Can break a germ, can break the covering, the hard shell. How can it do it? Isn't it fantastic? That such a hard shell, which we cannot break it with our teeth even, can be easily broken by a delicate germ. So at that time, what happens is the shell itself doesn't become lively. It doesn't get life. There is no movement of the shell itself, but it moves and it opens. So that delicate thing, when it grows, then the shell has to break. In the same way, this Kundalini, which is a delicate thing, if you see a person who is compassionate, oh, they say, Mother, he's too much a gem, Everybody has sort of a sympathy, protectiveness for that person. He's just Mother, he's just compassion, it's too much. We always feel such a person to be a weakling, a weak personality, and that he should be protected. Oh Mother, he doesn't know also how to abuse people, how will he beat anyone? He cannot even kill an ant on this road. How can he do anything that is good for nothing? That's our concept, because we think we should have somebody really a tyrannical person to handle things. But just see that in a seed, it is that delicate germ grows and breaks the shell. In the same way, when we become really delicate like a germ and then grow in our delicacy and in our beauty of compassion, love, and knowledge which makes you humble, then these shells will break. But is that the way now? Normally. In Sahaja Yoga now we have leaders. We have had leaders and leaders.
Okay. So that was a little extract from one of Shimaji's talks. That's just describing the Kundalini, the sort of the qualities and aspects of the Sahasrara. And keeping with that theme, I thought what we'll do is we'll finish with a small meditation, and we'll listen to a little mantra, which is we usually sing for this particular chakra up here. And I know we've done some mantras in previous sessions. I've run a mantra meditation before, but I thought it would be worthwhile just we can just start with slide 2 if you don't mind. Can we go back one? So this is a summary of the Kundalini. So Mother said, when the Kundalini reaches the Sahasrara, the lotus petals open and enlightenment takes place. You may feel a powerful pulsation in the crown of the head, followed by a melting sensation and a flow of cool vibrations from the fontanelle area. And, in addition, as we've discussed, you should get thoughtless awareness. So we'll go to the next slide. Because we're going to be listening to a mantra meditation, it's worth understanding what the words actually mean, so there's more resonance. This is a mantra in Sanskrit, and you can see the words there. It says Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Shri Gunatmika Kundalini Sakshat. So we'll go to the next slide. I'll just show you. We'll break it down what this mantra actually means. Okay, so the first part of the mantra we refer to Maha, means great. You can see, so it's all in Sanskrit, and so we're regarding the higher. We're sort of invoking the higher form, and then we say Sri Lakshmi, and that represents the Nabi, or that central channel that we're all familiar with in the chakra chart. So when we invoke Sri Lakshmi, we're discussing the central channel. Then Sri Saraswati is associated. The archetype is associated with the Swadhisthana, and that looks after our right channel overall. And the right channel starts at the Swadhisthana, if you remember, Remember, the left channel starts at the Muladhara. And finally, Sri Kalki is the female aspect is again of the, and that's to do with the left channel. Now, all of these are feminine aspects or archetypes that we're invoking. So this is what the mantra invokes. We'll go to the next slide. So the three goddesses are, you could say, the female aspects, or so that's why the word Trimurti is used. It's a triad. Okay, Trigunatmika means tree means three, gun means qualities, and atmika means essence. So this is the breakdown of the word. Okay, so it's this idea of yin and yang, the masculine and the feminine, and the idea of the feminine power is that it's the power of action. Okay, it's the masculine aspect is the witness, and the feminine is the one that actually does. And so the Kundalini is a feminine energy. This is why these mantras in particular are used. So in terms of the translation, it means, Amen, O Divine Mother, verily you are Sri Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Mahakali, the essence of all the three qualities of sustenance, creation, and destruction. You are also the Kundalini, the primordial female power. Salutations, we surrender to you. So when we will hear this mantra later on, we're going to listen to it. This is what it actually means. And so keeping that in mind, we'll appreciate that mantra more. What's the next one? Yeah. So the second part of, so there's three distinct sort of stanzas. So the second stanza, the second part is Om Twameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. So in this one, it's invoking Kalki. It's in the Hindu tradition considered to be the 10th incarnation of Vishnu. And it's a deity that's associated with this particular, what they call the Kali Yuga. So this idea of different ages, and in the moment when what's called the Kali Yuga, moving into the Krita Yuga, which is the age of confusion, essentially. And it's in the age of confusion that people seek out, spiritual sustenance. And so Kalki is also the deity of the Sahasrara Chakra. Go to the next slide. The third part of the mantra is Om Twameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Sahasrara Swamini, Moksha Pradayini Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Moksha means spiritual liberation. Sahasrara Swamini means goddess of the Sahasrara, or the one who resides on the Sahasrara. Amen, O Divine Mother, verily you are Shri Kalki, the goddess of the Sahasrara, the one who gives spiritual liberation. We salute and we surrender to you. So a lot of mantras end with Namo Namaha, and that's the Sanskrit way of saying we salute or we surrender to you. We bow to you. Okay, we can go to the next slide. So this is the full set of mantras, which we're going to listen to a recording because you haven't learned to them. I mean, people who have been practicing Sajriga for some time learn these mantras, and they're able to sort of say them in their own meditation to help facilitate their own meditation. And oftentimes we'll end a meditation with these mantras, which it's very useful in particular in getting us into a sort of thoughtless state and wrapping up our meditation. Okay, so that's just a sort of quick overview of what the mantra is, a breakdown of what some of the Sanskrit meanings are. I personally find when you know the translation, you appreciate the resonance of the mantra more. So what we'll do now is we'll start with a little meditation, and then we're going to play the actual mantra, a recording of the mantra. And when that recording is finished, I just want us to sit in meditation and just silently keep our attention on the top of the head. Okay, so we'll do a little meditation to finish. Let's again just raise our Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan, just very slowly, bringing our attention back inside. So to begin with, I want us to raise our Kundalini again like this, okay, but very slowly. So first close your eyes, bring your attention inside, try to tune out any distractions. Put your left palm on your lap, facing up. The right hand, just raise your Kundalini very slowly up to the top of your head. You do this 3 times. Put your right hand, keeping your eyes closed, put your right hand on your left heart. We'll say, Mother, I am the Spirit. Just silently within ourselves. Mother, I am the Spirit. I am neither this body, this mind, this ego or intelligence. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am the Spirit. Mother, please come into my heart. Put our hand on our forehead again. And say, Mother, I forgive. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Mother, I am not these thoughts. Mother, I surrender these thoughts. Let's finally put our hand on the top of the head. Just press down on the top of the head on the Sahasrara chakra. Keep your eyes closed. Then raise your hand 5 to 10 centimeters above your head. And let your attention rest there. We'll put our hands back on our lap, keeping the eyes closed. We're going to listen to this third great mantra. And then when it's finished, we'll just sit in silent meditation. So try and keep your eyes closed. Keep your attention resting on the Sahasrara. We can play the music, the mantra now.
Tvameva sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।